Hey guys, welcome to my overview of what I've come to find so far by using the beta, the Sims, and the upgrade site so far. Um, I'm going to try and look over just the pre-patch gear for the items that when Reforging comes out on pre-patch launch, and also when our gems and engineering enchants change. I've come to make two different sets for pre-patch that I'll test when Runeforging goes live. I will be doing that live on Tuesday. Based off of that information, I will know more information of what's actually better. But what I've seen off of the early alpha sims and the very early upgrade sites, one does seem to be a little bit better than the other. But one set I will be aiming for what we've been going for the entirety of Wrath, which is our hit and expertise caps, and then the other is a mastery build, which mostly gives up all your crit on your gear for the reforging, just to get to that mastery. So let's get to it. All right, so let's dive in this. So this is the mastery set that I've been looking at, and currently it's reforging all of the items to from crit to mastery, every single one that you can possibly do, and then all of our gems should be just raw agi at this point. It should give us pretty good amount of mastery, but this set is more of like if you are just playing cat, then this would be a good set to use, and it does sim slightly higher than the hit expertise one, but if you plan on off tanking for the remaining time and you're doing the raids still to try and get some of these items, then this might be better. It might not. It's something that you're going to lose a lot of stamina when you're doing Ruby Sanctum, but that's still to be determined at the later time, when it's actually live and people go in and say, okay, I need more stamina. So hope everybody kept their tanking sets so that they can get that stamina and just go reforge all of that extra stats that you don't really need into mastery. Like any of these items that have haste, which should be pretty much all of the items, except for your rings. Those would all have haste on them now. So like I would go out of haste and go into mastery at that point. But let's just say you don't need the expertise from these legs because you really should only try and get to the base because Perry Haste was taken out in Kata supposedly. But that's still be determined for Ruby Sanctum. I haven't tried it on live. I don't remember it back in the day, but it could be a thing. But yeah, this is all gemmed and enchanted straight over to agility because your nitro boots now go to the belt slot. And then you can still have hyperspeed accelerators, but you can add on the major agi to gloves at this point as well. That is the only things that really change for the mastery part. The enchants stay the same for the hit and expertise cap, but you're changing a lot of the crit out into getting your extra hit and expertise. These numbers are not correct because they're not going into the correct values. Like I said, this is the very early stages of this website, so it's still being worked on. But your hit is slightly over hit cap, which is fine. Your expertise is just at expertise cap, which is the 214. So you should only have the 26, not the 27 that it says there. Let's go into cat form and kind of show how much attack power we have is a lot less than what we're used to. It's reduced by a little more than half, but a lot of our damage comes from our weapon now instead of it relying on just the attack power. So the weapon damage is all of your auto attack damage, your scaling for your abilities, and attack power scaling is something that comes after that. But with this hit and expertise, I would get up to the 8% hit. The expertise cap for behind bosses, and then you have almost 13%, but I think this number is not correct for mastery because you get a base 25%, so that actually should be higher. And then let's go back over to the mastery side. The mastery side is about 18%, but then we lose about 5% hit and roughly about 3% expertise. So still going to test out to see which is better, but overall, I think both of them are not too bad. Like I said, the very early alpha stages of the sim show that this set, the mastery set, is slightly better by, I think it was like 25 DPS, so it's very, very small. But if you plan on off tanking, you're going to want to have the hit expertise cap at least, just to have that little bit extra threat to generate if threat is an issue. If it's not an issue and you never have a threat issue, then just go straight for mastery. But while you're leveling, mastery isn't going to be that great. You may want to just swap over to the hit expertise because you're going to want the hit. You're going to want the expertise so that you're not getting dodges and parries from the mobs while you're leveling. So and you're going to probably end up keeping this gear until at least 82, if not sooner. I know there's quite a few blues and greens that you can get from quests on the way to 85 that just outpace all of this gear. Our best for Horde as far as like race goes is going to be Troll. The extra haste we're going to get from our racial is going to give us more energy back faster. So Horde's going to want to be Troll, and I believe that Alliance is going to want to be Worgen for the 2% crit. I may be wrong on that part. I don't really know a lot about Alliance, but that's pretty much all I can think of. If you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message on this video or just hit me up on Disc if you have our Discord.